Welcome into WTOL 11 on this alert day. I'm Kaylee Marentet.
And I'm Jeff Smith. We are tracking power outages across the region tonight with just under 10,000 First Energy customers impacted in Lucas, Wood, and Fulton counties. In fact, that number was about an hour and a half ago. I know those numbers have improved since.
We're going to bring in Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers. Chris, will we see some relief from these storms tomorrow?
Well, a couple things going on here. We get relief from some of the heat and humidity. That came with the storm threat that came into the area this afternoon. There still will be some isolated storms into the afternoon tomorrow. We're not expecting anything widespread as far as strong to severe weather, so we're going to be hopeful on that. There are a few storms I'm still monitoring off to the west. Those are west of I-69. Unlikely that will bring us any severe weather tonight. Those are going to be weakening as they do move toward us, but a more sensitive version of Doppler radar does show our severe weather alerts. None active in our current area right now, so they're not producing severe weather. Quite a bit of vivid lightning as this does flow a little bit closer to Fort Wayne. It could bring some wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour out there toward the Ohio and Indiana state line. Where we did get the storm reports today, central northern Michigan into lower Michigan, and those storms held together just long enough to make their way into northwest Ohio. Some reports of hail and widespread wind damage, in particular out of southern Michigan into Lucas County. And how about this? A 66 mile per hour wind gust reported at Toledo Express Airport. Did do some wind damage across Lucas County and down into Wood County. We have cooled back into the upper 60s and highs on Wednesday close to 90. I'll pinpoint when we see that next chance of storms. That'll be coming up in my full hour-by-hour forecast. Back over to you, Kaylee.
Well, as Chris mentioned, there was some crazy weather tonight affecting our area, knocking down trees, lights, and power.
Yeah, and speaking of power, wanted to update you. Lucas County, about 2,500 outages right now, and about 3,500 in Wood County. Our Andre Norrells is out in Grand Rapids, where a tree actually fell down right on a house. So, Andre, kind of set the scene for us.
Yeah, that's right, Jeff and Kaylee. We're right in front of that home. You can kind of see it behind me. I'm actually going to step out the way so you can see it a little more, but we're trying to light the scene with our vehicles so you can kind of see it more, but it is completely dark in this neighborhood. Virtually no lights on in people's homes. In fact, 96% of power is out in all of Grand Rapids. Now, the fire captain of Grand Rapids Township says they're currently creating a plan to mark where all the trees and power lines are down and to find people who need things like oxygen. They're in contact with the Red Cross to make sure everyone is taken care of. They believe only one home had a tree fall on it. That home was a duplex, and we talked to both families who live in it. Here's what they said it was like for a tree to fall on their home.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to move my car to my driveway because I think that tree is gonna come down. So then I moved my car, and actually she was outside with me when I was doing all of that. And so then I moved my car and then ran into my house, and maybe 5-6 minutes later I heard the tree come down, and then the power line came down, and then that's when everything went crazy.
Like, we expect the winds out here. It's not a big deal, but that was fast and furious, and it made everybody very nervous, including myself. And then with the lights flickering, we're like, okay, you know, it's normal. And the next thing you knew, it was like you heard a giant boom. The lights blew out, and then
You heard a scream as
I
well.
looked out the window, and there's a tree on her house.
Now, they were kind of laughing about the situation there, as you can see, but I mean, they were just kind of telling me how they kind of feel lost about this whole situation, trying to figure out whether they're going to stay for the night, trying to wait for their power to be turned back on, and most importantly, for it to be safe for them to kind of enter the home with the tree being over their home. Now, be sure to stay with us as we get more information. The fire chief did say, the fire captain said that it's going to be a long night, making sure that everyone is safe, and there is no estimated time on when the power will be back on in this area. Reporting in Grand Rapids, Andre Norrells, WTOL 11.
All right, thanks, Andre. We're following a fire in West Toledo tonight. According to the Toledo Fire Department, a tree fell on a wire, causing an electrical meter to come off of a house, then catching fire at this home on Sandringham Drive. We're told one hole burned through the roof of the home, while another burned through the side walls. No one, thankfully, was home at the time, and while fire officials believe the home is not a total loss, the owners will be forced to move for the foreseeable future.